If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, are you underpaid or are you entitled? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Silverbell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. Sometimes, as professionals, we go through negative issues in life. And sometimes, through self-awareness, we start asking questions, including me. And there's been times in my life where I've looked around, I'm like, am I crazy or is XYZ happening, right? Am I underpaid or am I entitled? And so, sometimes, you're like, I just got to take stock of what's going on. I'm looking around and I see all these people sitting around and I see all these people getting paid the same amount as me. I see all these people doing the same things that I'm doing. They're all getting paid the same amount. They're all doing, but I feel like I'm putting in more work. Now, sometimes 100% it's true, but sometimes we make stuff up in our heads to fill in a gap to tell a story. You know how I know? Because I've done this, right? Hey, my name's Scott. I make mistakes too. I'm not a perfect human being. And there have been times where I've looked around and especially in roles working for an organization going, I feel like I'm doing a lot more. I feel like I'm putting in a lot more effort, but I'm not getting anything for it, okay? And especially if you're a problem solver. So this happens a lot with people who are capable. Capable to people end up taking the brunt because they typically don't know how to set boundaries and tell people no. And they say yes and keep accepting stuff instead of saying, wait a minute, time out. There's 22 other people on the team. There's 67 other people on the team. There's 9,222 other people on the team that really should be taking care of this. It shouldn't be falling on me every time, right? There's nothing wrong with going time out. I don't know if you recognize, but this type of buyer always gets put on me. I don't know if you recognize, but this upset type of person always gets put on me, right? Not only does it take all of my energy, it zaps me for the rest of the day. And so here's the thing. It gets me tired. I got people who aren't so good that are able to go out there and close deals and make their numbers look better because they didn't have to do what I had to do. And so there's a disparity here. This is one of the things that is the dark side of sales that nobody wants to talk about. If you have to go with the difficult buyer, if you have to go with the person who's constantly grinding on you, if you have to go meet with the person who's got nothing but complaints, there's mental fatigue that comes from that. Now, here's the thing. If you want to know how to fix it, before we do that, you should join my email publication. Right here, go to this URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, probably your phone number. It's an email publication. You get emails from me, written by me, without AI at this point. I'll probably try to sell you something occasionally. You'll get them once a week, once every other week, but they come from me, okay? It's an email publication. You will love it. So, are you entitled? Well, it could be, right? Let's say yes. Let's say yes. Let's say that you are. So then what? How do you fix it? Well, you make your map. All right, I'm being entitled. I'm being a spoiled brat at this moment. Okay, get over it. Okay? Are you underpaid? You might be. You absolutely might be, depending upon what you're doing. If you have to take on more caseload, you might be. Or number 3, that's how you build the mental toughness in sales. That's how you get to the top. That's how you're like, all right, well, I can work through any situation you throw at me. Do I want to? No. There's a book by Walter Payton called "You Can't Hurt Me." Never let them see you hurt. Right? Never let it. I'll look it up. The book by Walter Payton, The Sweetness, number 34, Chicago Bears. Right? Never let them see you in pain. And so, look. Here's the thing: you have enemies around your business. You have enemies outside of your business, and the minute that they smell like there's something wrong, that will get exploited against you. So. I have made this mistake. I had a manager at one point in my life, almost said their name, right? Told them problems that were going on in my life, and that person made my life a living hell. So be careful about who you tell what your problems are in life, right? Never let them see you hurt. Walter Payton. Fantastic book, right? Fantastic book. And so one of the cool things is, if you feel like this, and if it's true, go find somewhere else to work. Go find somewhere else where someone's going to love you. Occasionally, what happens is if you work for a company for a really long time, you're the old, reliable person, and you're not the shiny object anymore. You really want to be the shiny object, and you need to be, go work for another company if somebody's not responding to your needs, to what you have to offer to the table or what you're doing. Right? At least go have the conversation on the open market. Hey, if I were to come work here, what would I get? I worked with a salesperson one time. Salesperson comes in, and this person made a deal. They only met with 2 people. They had no one-leg appointments. They only worked certain hours, and this person would complain to get their numbers taken off. I worked for a commission gets position company, right? And so what this person would do, I almost said who it was, this person would do is they would go run their lead, and they didn't sell it, so they'd call the office and go, you got to take that off my leads. And then, why would we do that? Well, because it was a Wednesday on a full moon, I stubbed my toe getting out of bed. And then they would take it off. And so this person always had these numbers that were up here. Well, because the management didn't have the moral courage to say, no, we don't work that way. You run a lead, you knock on the door, somebody answers, it's a freaking lead, right? You don't get to play it was a Wednesday on a full moon, I stubbed my toe getting out of bed. That person came to the company that I worked for. That was the deal that they made. That's what they got. So their numbers were always up here. Nobody would catch them. In all realities, they had the ability to close deals, but not all the way up here. They were like right here or right here. Okay? Be aware that sometimes you are underpaid. Sometimes you're entitled. You have to figure out how to get out of it, though. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.